Hi everyone, it's Miss Audrey here again to share with you your December 4-H Club information. Before we do that, let's say our 4-H pledge together. I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world. So our December 4-H information, old business includes Extreme Birdhouse, interior design, and graphic design. Those were the projects for November. If you have completed those and your leaders have sent me their winners list, then you have received your ribbons and certificates. If your leaders have not finished judging yet, then those ribbons and certificates, you may get those after you come back to school. Congrats to everyone who participated. We love seeing all those pictures and seeing what you guys have come up with for these projects. I also want to remind you about summer camp. We talked a little bit about it last month. The registration is open online. It is open now through February 1st, but we do have a limited number of spots. We only have 29 spots for all of Marshall County. So those are filled on a first come, first served basis. So if you want to go to camp, then you need to go ahead and get signed up so you can secure your spot. Registration is online. It's at the website listed on the screen. Also, you can find that website on your newsletter. You can find it on our website. 4-H camp is for ages 9 to 14. It's 3 days and 2 nights at the 4-H Center in Columbiana. Activities include giant swing, paddle boarding, swimming, campfires, water games, lots of different fun things. Registration is $175. That $175 includes all your meals, your snacks, the place we stay, your activities, transportation to and from Marshall County. So if you're interested in going to camp, go ahead and get signed up. Go ahead and get your money in so that we can secure your spot. There are a limited number of scholarships that are available that parents can reach out to us if they're interested in that. Record book. So last month I mentioned record book a little bit as well. If you're interested in doing a record book, it is where you keep up with all of the info of what you've done in 4-H. So if you've made any projects and you took pictures of that project, if you've won certificates and ribbons, this is where you can compile all those things together and create a record book. So this can be sort of like a journal, sort of like a scrapbook. You can put it into a notebook. You can put it into a scrapbook, however you want to do that. You see some examples up there on the screen. There's one where you can see they took some pictures. They put their pictures on to the paper. If they had some ribbons, they might would stick their ribbons on there as well. Maybe they label what project is what. It's just a way for you to keep up with all of your 4-H information in a nice, neat package there. So if you're interested in doing record book, they will not be due until your March club meeting, but it's a great idea to go ahead and get started on it, especially if you've already received some certificates and ribbons. There is some required paperwork that goes at the front of that record book, just some information for you to fill out. You can find that on our website at the Marshall 4-H website. Or you can reach out to me and I can send it to you, but you will need that required paperwork to go at the front of your record book. So new business for December. Our 2 projects for December are woodworking and blocks rock. Woodworking. For juniors and intermediates, so juniors are those who are 9 to 11, intermediates are those who are 12 to 13, your woodworking project is a footstool. So this is an individual event, meaning you will work by yourself. On the back of your newsletter, you'll see your instructions. You're going to find the guidelines. They tell you size requirements, what materials you'll need, what tools you will need. All of that is given in your instructions. But of course, you can find a bigger copy at that site listed right there, also listed on your newsletter. You're going to create a footstool. It's going to look like those ones on your screen there. You can see the drawings. They give you the actual measurements of how big it's going to be. I've included a real picture here from a couple years ago when the footstool was the project. So you'll be able to create that. This is a project that you'll probably need some assistance with. So you can find a trusted adult who can help you to use the tools that you will need, can help you pick out the tools you'll need to make the footstool. Of course, once you make the footstool, you'll have to bring it to be judged, but you'll get to keep this. This is something that you create and then you'll get to keep and should last a really long time. For those who are seniors, so senior ones are 14 to 15, senior twos are 16 to 18, your woodworking project is a bookcase. All right, so there's different woodworking projects depending on what age category you are. So for seniors, it is a bookcase. For you, your instructions are listed there as well. It gives you the size requirements of what your bookcase needs to be, but what you choose for it to look like, the style you use, the stains you use, all of that, you get to decide that. So you just have to make sure it's within these size requirements, and that you have met the requirements of number 7 there. And then as far as the plan you're going to use, what you're going to make it look like, that's going to be up to you to use some creativity and originality there. So one of the projects was woodworking, like we just talked about, footstool for juniors and intermediates, a bookcase for senior ones and senior twos. The other project for December is Blocks Rock. So Blocks Rock, you compete by yourself or on a 2-person team. If you have a teammate, they have to be the same age level as you. The entire Blocks Rock project must be constructed from Lego pieces or similar toy building blocks. I've included some pictures from years past on here so you can see some different ideas that people have come up with for Blocks Rock. Your project cannot be bigger than 18 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches. So any way that it is measured with a tape measure, it should not be bigger than 18 inches. This includes the base that it's sitting on. So if you choose to put it on a base, to include a base, that is measured as well. So make sure that it is not bigger than 18 inches so that you're not disqualified. You will not be using kits. So something that comes with exact instructions on how to make it, that's a kit. You'll not be using a kit. You can use the pieces from a kit, but the design, what you come up with, what you choose to turn in, that should be something that you've come up with and you've created yourself. It will be viewed from all sides to be judged. If you're transporting it, when you're transporting it, you should consider putting it on something stable. You may even want to put it in a box so that it's not going to fall apart during transportation. If this is something that you want to keep forever, then you might even consider gluing your pieces to keep them together. You do need to do all of the construction yourself, all right, and turn in a new project. So if you've done Blocks Rock in the past, don't turn in an old project. You want to turn in something brand new. So you can see some examples on there. You see a basketball court, baseball field, a scene from Alice in Wonderland. You can make just about anything that you can come up with. If you can create it out of Legos, then you can turn it in for Blocks Rock. Other things I wanted to remind you of this month. Again, to check out our Facebook page, our Instagram. These videos can be found on YouTube. If your school is currently closed, then you can always find these videos again on YouTube so you can keep up with what's going on. Other things you might find on Facebook, on our Facebook page right now, you'll see information about the Northeast Alabama 4-H virtual leadership retreat. That's on that green flyer right there. That is a virtual leadership retreat for all 4-H ages. So there's a night for those who are juniors, a night for those who are intermediates, and then a night also for those who are senior level. So these are just one-night events depending on your age. It's going to be led by other 4-Hers who have put together this program. They're going to be talking about lots of different 4-H subjects. So they're going to be talking about some animal projects. They'll be talking about baking projects, public speaking, photography, things that these 4-Hers have a lot of experience in, and projects that they have worked on a lot. So they're going to be talking about those things, sharing their experiences. So this is a great way to learn more about 4-H. It's also a great way to maybe meet some other 4-Hers from Northeast Alabama. So not only Marshall County, but 4-Hers from other counties around us. So this is a great way to meet them and get to hang out with them. So if you're interested in attending that virtual leadership retreat, you can see on there that registration is due by December 4th, which is coming up pretty soon. So you'll want to go ahead and you can go to our Facebook page and find this flyer, and then you'll see that link there that you can copy and get yourself registered for that event. Another event that you can currently find on our Facebook page that's going to be coming up soon is the Midwinter Leadership Retreat. So the Midwinter Leadership Retreat is for all 4-Hers in Alabama. It is for those who are ages 14 to 18. So this is for senior level 4-Hers. The leadership retreat is organized, planned, facilitated by the state ambassadors. So those are 4-H leaders in our state. They have planned this entire weekend, put a lot of work into it. So if you are a senior level 4-Her, ages 14 to 18, and you're interested in this leadership retreat, then you can go ahead and get registered for that in 4-H Online. This flyer tells you a little bit about what all they're planning to do for that retreat. So even though it's going to have to be on Zoom and not in person like we normally would, they've still put a lot of work into it, and they're gonna it's going to be fun, and it's going to be really informative. So if you're interested in either of those leadership retreats, you can find more information about both of those on our Facebook pages. Farm City winners. So if you participated in Farm City, then you may have seen our post about our Farm City winners. So we had a first, second, and third place winners for the poster contest. And we had in the essay contest in Division 1, we had a first, second, and third place winners. And in Division 2, we had first and second place winners. All right, so there's some of those posters there, you can see them. And then those are some of our winners there in that picture who were able to attend a Farmers Federation meeting to receive their awards from the president of the Farmers Federation. So for those that participated, thank you for participating in Farm City. We always love to see your posters and get to read your essays. That's always a treat for us. So thank you for participating. So your newsletter this month looks a little bit like this. You're going to see your information on the front. On the back, you're going to see your rules for your 2 contests. So for Woodworking and Blocks Rock, make sure that you read the rules more than once before you start. So you know what all you need to do. Also, you'll see some information about Record Book and some information about summer camp. Of course, you can save your can tabs. You can always save those and turn them in at school. I'll pick them up and then we'll donate them to the Ronald McDonald House. So more information. If you need more information or if you misplace your newsletter, you can always find another copy of it at our website. So you can find another copy of that newsletter there. You can also find links to the virtual recordings. You'll be able to find registration information. Anything you could need, you could find it there. So if you need more info, look there. And of course, our website is listed on the newsletter every month. So in-school 4-H leaders, if you're wondering when your projects are due, these are the folks that you need to talk to. If you have 4-H at your school, then you can reach out to your leader and they will tell you when your projects are due. For those that are independent members, you receive an email from me and telling you when your project is due at the 4-H office. Or if you don't have 4-H at your school and you're an independent member, then you receive a due date from me to turn in your stuff to the office. Otherwise, you reach out to your 4-H leader, who's probably the one who sent you this, this recording in your newsletter, and they'll let you know when your December projects need to be due. So of course, you can always find us at the Marshall County Courthouse. If you need to come pay for anything, any animal project, or if you need to come drop off summer camp information, then this is where you can find us. We're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 every day. And there's your 4-H team. All right, if you have any questions this month, please reach out to me. We'd be happy to help you any way that we can. Have a great Christmas and a great Christmas break.